welcome to Some Kind of Podcast. This is a podcast where we entertain you by discussing what entertains us. I will be your lovely host this morning, whenever you're watching this or listening to this, I guess. My name is Tim. At the time of recording, it is pretty late, so it's almost morning. I am your host, Tim. I'm here with my co-host, Christian.
Hello.
Cody.
Hey.
And, of course, Steven.
Howdy.
3 times in a row for Steven. So we're going to talk about What If again. We're going to talk about the Spider-Man trailer. There was some Gamescom stuff that was going down. So this is your spoiler alert. If you've not watched or heard or seen any of this stuff and you want to be unspoiled before you watch or see or hear any of this stuff, this is the time where you should go do that and then come back because we're awesome. You should hear us talk about it. So before we get into all that, I guess I could have done the first part first before I did all the spoiler
it's fine.
warning.
That's fine, man.
The spoiler warning.
It works.
Maybe our EXP grind has spoilers in it. You don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the EXP grind. Talk about what we did this week. We'll start with you, Cody. What did you do this week?
Well, spoiler alert. I played some video games. I did finish the Ghost of Tsushima add-on.
PS5.
100% it.
I did. Only thing I got the trophies for the exploration. They've split the trophies up like 8 different ways, so it's kind of weird.
It was like story, exploration, and legends.
Yeah. I don't know that I'll 100% the story. I'm missing like one of the side story, like hidden. I don't know what they're called. It's like the Tales of Iki, and it's just like a random NPC somewhere that you talk to, and it starts a quest. But I don't know where that NPC is, so I don't feel like looking for him. Other than that, yeah, I did everything. It was really good. It was really nice to play that game again. Had a lot of fun.
I've never played it.
Yeah, you really should. It's really good.
I started it like 3 times.
If it entices you anymore, because I know how much you love God of War. By the time when you get to
you fight Kratos?
No, when you get to Iki Island, there are these things. There's like 3 of them. They're shrines, and you have to do, like, it doesn't explain what you're supposed to do. I had to Google it. But like, there's one for God of War where you like hop up on front of it with a certain, I think you have to have the Sakai clan armor on or something. And you pull your sword out, and then you get like the essentially God of War skin.
Ooh.
It's like God of War samurai armor, the Spartan face mask, and the Helm of War.
That's kind of cool.
It's pretty dope. There's one for Bloodborne and Shadow of the Colossus.
Ooh, I like Shadow of the Colossus too.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I was really happy to see that. Just little Easter eggs. I know, like, the base game had like the Sly Cooper nod. You could get the Sly Tanuki sword. I think there wasn't like an outfit too.
There was a color scheme skin thing.
Okay.
Is there they didn't do anything for Infamous? Seems kind of weird.
I was actually really surprised that there was nothing for Infamous. If it is, it's not like a skin or anything.
One of their games.
That's their flagship franchise before Ghost and.
No.
Hey,
here's all these other references, but not that big.
not Infamous. I mean, Infamous, I don't know. It took a weird turn. I really liked Second Son.
I did too. I never actually played the second Infamous. I played the first one when that whole PSN outage thing happened like years and years ago, because they gave it for free.
Yeah.
And then I played the Festival of Blood, which was really good.
Festival of Blood was amazing.
I've never played any Infamous game either.
They're pretty great. I hope they do a remaster.
I actually own Second Son because I'm pretty sure it was a PS Plus exclusive thing once.
It was at some point, yeah. It was the first PS4 game I played and platinumed. So that was fun. What else did I do? I watched, I don't know why, I thought I gave up on The Walking Dead, but I watched all of season 10, and I'm watching the first few episodes of season 11.
Dude,
How was it?
I mean, it's good. There's stormtroopers in it now. Like, I don't.
What?
I mean, they're not stormtroopers, but they're people in white plastic armor and helmets, and they have guns, and they're stormtroopers. So yeah, I don't really understand. There's even one that's red, and I was like, oh wow, y'all went there. So
interesting. I haven't watched The Walking Dead since you and I watched the whole Negan murder thing.
Yeah,
I think I maybe watched like 2 or 3 episodes with you, and then I gave up on The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I thought I was done with it, but I'm back into it. I don't know why.
Is it any good without Rick?
I mean, it hasn't been good since Rick left. I don't think. I mean, it's good, but
best character for sure.
Yeah, it's good. It's just not as good.
Whatever happened with those movies that they're supposed to be doing?
I think COVID happened.
Well, but like he was supposed to film those before COVID. Yeah, like he left in like 2018, right?
Yeah, but I think it was like they were hoping that the show was going to be further than it is now, and then like he was going to come in probably like season 12 or something in those movies.
Oh,
but then COVID happened. Everything got pushed back a year.
They should have just killed off Rick.
Yeah.
I tried watching it after like his character leaves, and it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Like, Daryl's great, but like Rick is the show for me.
I think there's actually supposed to be a Daryl and Carol spinoff happening.
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't think I can watch it either, but
the bad part about that is that like their names together are still Daryl and Carol.
Yeah. I will say, spoiler alert to anyone, even you guys, if you decide to watch it, sorry. They did they pseudo confirm that Rick isn't dead in season 10.
Yeah.
So I don't even know at what point in this franchise, like what season does Rick leave?
9. The end of
at
9.
The beginning or like during?
The end.
The end.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing where he's like trying to save them, and he blows a bridge up to protect everybody, and he's on the bridge, and then he's gone. But
he's not gone.
In season 10, like towards the end, Michonne gets on a boat and finds like Rick's boots and his phone, and some other things that belong to him. So, you know, like how else would they be there if he wasn't there, kind of thing. So
other people
they have yeah, it literally had his name on it and a picture of Michonne. And Judith.
He puts his name on everything.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean they have plans for him.
I know.
So like I
knew he wasn't dead. I mean they said like there's gonna be Rick movies.
Yeah. So like I'm trying so hard to keep up with it. I want to have hope.
That sounds awful. But...
Yeah. So other than that, not really a whole lot. Played a little bit of 14, not nearly as much as I think you have.
Yeah, we'll get into me in a second.
But yeah, whoever wants to go next. That's all I've been up to.
Well, Steven was eating a Hot Pocket, so we can go to Christian.
Sure, yeah, I can go.
I just got off work. I'm hungry.
I know you're good, man. I was just like, it was like a good Hot Pocket you're eating.
No problem.
I miss bread.
Not an entire lot. Getting situated in our new place up in Cary, North Carolina. Not that you can see this because this isn't, recorded with our faces. But my diploma came in the mail, so that's exciting.
Hey, that's awesome, bud.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That kind of made my day.
Just know that was, thousands of dollars you spent for that piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got mine in a frame hanging on the wall, so I feel you.
Make sure you get it PSA graded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a frame for it and everything, so yeah, I can't wait to look at it and be like, were you worth it?
Yeah, I put mine right up on the fridge.
Is there a magnet on it?
Yeah.
I did play a little bit of Ghost, the new DLC that they came out with the expansion, or I guess just the director's cut version for the PS5 and PS4. Playing on PS5 myself. I really like it so far. Like Cody was saying, I really love an excuse to dive back into this awesome game. That's definitely my top 3 games of all time at this point.
It's like top 3 for me for sure.
So I'm not gonna lie, I got semi frustrated. I think we talked about this briefly before, because back when for the PlayStation 5, I re-downloaded Ghost and was like, I'm gonna do New Game Plus, and then I didn't get far at all, and I messed myself up because in order to get to the Iki Island expansion, you have to get to like the Territory 2, but like I kind of just bulldozed through the first like chapter, or I can't remember how the game. Up into 3 parts. I think it's called chapters.
They're acts, I think. I don't know.
So I bulldozed at the first part because like it took me a solid minute to remember how to play that game.
Oh yeah.
There's like 4 stances, and how to like,
I still only use stone.
So what's great, and I this is definitely because when they first launched the game, each stance only had like a weird like emblem, like for like one was literally for rock, one was for like water, and one was for whatever.
Yeah.
But now when you hold down the R2 trigger, it actually has like an emblem of like a shield, and then one has of a spear. So like it legit is like, hey, use this for this move on this character if they have this weapon. So that helped out a lot, but it still took me a while to get used to it because I did a duel and I was like, I died like twice, and then I was like, I'm not gonna knock this down to easy. I want to continue playing this on the normal mode. But it was a lot of frustration to actually remember and get semi decent at playing again. Definitely not far along in the expansion, I don't think. Cody, overall time frame wise, how big is Iki Island?
Time frame?
To completion, I guess.
Oh, I mean, if you like plowed through the story, it's probably doable in like 5 to 7 hours.
Okay, and then what about 100%ing? 10?
Yeah, I mean, if you did nothing but that and just really focused, yeah, probably about 10.
Okay.
10 to 12.
Listen, I don't know. I haven't played any of the Legends mode or anything yet, or any of the new updates there. But I'll be curious to see. Well, I guess your thoughts so far. The extra $30 for this expansion, was it worth it?
I mean, yeah. Like I said, like it's up there with like Final Fantasy VII for me. So like anytime like they do something with 7, like the remake or whatever, like I don't care what it is, I'm gonna give them whatever they ask for.
Well, right, and I'm agreeing with you. Even if this wasn't, in all honesty, if I'm being completely honest with myself, if this was $30 was nothing but a PS5 upgrade, I probably still would have bought it. So, like, not through that lens of being like such a super fan that like you would be willing to throw any amount of money at this game if they came out with any sort of new anything. Like, as far as just a game's expansion being worth the amount of money you paid, do you think it's worth it?
I think it's worth it.
Okay.
It's got, like I said, like it's got a lot to it. Even though Iki Island is small in comparison to Tsushima, it feels like a very large map.
I love the backstory building up with Jin's dad.
Yeah, it's solely focused around that and his death, and it's like it's really well done. It's really good story. I will say, I still think you should re-download your other save and just don't carry over that Legends file and play, because in order to progress through certain parts of Iki, I think you have to be past certain parts of the main story.
So I did make it to the Iki expansion. I made it past the first Castle Canada, I think is what it was. The first big thing you have to overcome to free your uncle. And then as soon as that like cutscene was done, I mainlined it and like I got on my horse and rode straight to the point where you can start the Iki expansion. And there's already been a few lines of like, I already defeated the Khan, like blah, blah, blah. So I'm pretty sure it's taking place after you should have beaten the game.
Okay.
Because there's even like a disclaimer when you go to start it. It's like, hey, this is going to be all stronger enemies than you would have faced on the island. Are you sure you want to go?
Yeah. I know that you can't do some of the shrines until you complete the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like you need the ghost armor to do one of them. You need one of the Legends armor to do another, and I think you need the Clan Sakai gear.
So I have all the gear. It's the nice thing about New Game Plus. It doesn't strip
you're on New Game Plus. You're
you.
not on a new game. You're on New Game Plus.
Right.
I missed that. you're good. Then you won't have any issue with it. Because I got the same message of, like, everything's way stronger. And I was like, okay, well, I'm like, actually, like, nervous about this. And then the first guy came up and I did the perfect parry and killed him in one hit. And I was like, okay, this is going to be really easy.
Steven, do you have any interest in playing through the new story or new Legends?
I mean, maybe one day if it goes down in price, but as of right now, no. I'm still down to play Legends. Like, I have it installed, but
yeah, I definitely want to run through the raids with you guys.
Yeah. Wait, there's multiple?
I think there's 3 parts.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'd definitely be. Now that I actually know how to play the game again.
Yeah.
Steven, what you been up to, bud?
I've been up to a bit. Amy, my girlfriend, got me to rewatch with her, but first time for me, watching Outer Banks on Netflix, and I actually really enjoyed it. I guess
what's it about?
It's about, I guess, these like kids like searching for like lost treasure, essentially. Like, it takes place in the Outer Banks and somewhere in North Carolina. I think it was actually filmed there too, which I don't know, made it a little bit more interesting. But before we watched it, she described it to me as like, it kind of reminds me of the Goonies, just a little bit more like teen centered. And I was like, yeah, it definitely gives me those vibes for sure now.
I might give that a shot then, because I've seen it before and I was like, yeah, I don't want to watch this like Twilight without the vampires. That's what it looked like to me.
So, not gonna lie, I've watched it myself. Ash and I binged the first season together, and then she kind of fell off, and then the season came out recently, and I was like, I got this.
Yeah, she was wanting to watch the second season, but she wanted me to rewatch, or she wanted to rewatch the first one. She wanted me to check it out too, and I'm glad I did. So we're getting ready to start the second season like tomorrow, I think. But it surprised me at how much I liked it.
I'll give you a heads up. They took like the minor drama aspects of season 1 and dialed it up to like 50, because like around every corner, it's like I feel like I'm watching like oh my god, was that like that old show Days of Our Lives, where just like all this like weird crap's happening, and I'm like, oh, okay.
It does have some of those like cheesy teen moments.
I want to point out that you brought up the old show Days of Our Lives, and I know my mom watches this podcast, and she still watches Days of Our Lives.
Hey, so does my mom, so it's okay.
Anyway,
my mom watches Andy Griffith religiously, so
my mom does too.
Good theme song.
Yeah.
The Waltons.
But yeah, I watched the first season of that. Thought it was good. I caught up on a couple episodes of My Hero, and then I think that's really. I'm still just watching Workaholics during just for background noise. But I started and beat No More Heroes 2.
Nice.
Pretty short, and the third one just came out this Friday, so I might go ahead and start it, even though there's supposed to be another one that you're supposed to play in between that's like a spinoff, but I got it and I don't really like it, so I might just read about it.
Are you enjoying the numbered one though? It's never played No More Heroes.
Yeah, I thought the second one was like a million times better than the first one personally. Apparently the second one gets a lot of flack, but yeah, I liked it a lot. So I'm really excited for the third one, especially since it's like I guess the creator of The Boys did a lot of, or helped out with it a lot, or for something. I don't know. I remember reading something about it, but I did that. I reached rank 100 on the battle pass this morning.
Oh, nice.
And I did skip a few. I skipped a few levels just because I was like, I'm right there. I'm just gonna do it.
Steamrolled with the 2 XP going on.
Yeah.
Plus WXP.
I've been playing kind of religiously this weekend, but I think that's really all I've kind of been playing. I can't really think of anything else.
Did anything at the end of the battle pass this season make it be like, yeah, I got there?
The alternate skin for the character, for sure. That's really just what I wanted. So now I got it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Cool. Well, I've always been watching Critical Role. That's all I've really been watching, pretty much for the most part. I'm in episode 40, and I know this is a hot take, and I know Cody knows this about me, but other people might not. I'm not the biggest fan of pirates, and where they are right now, it's very pirate heavy, so it's been hard for me to get through it.
I actually knew that.
I hate Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It's always been a contention between the two of us because it's like my absolute all-time favorite Assassin's Creed game, and we fight about it all the time.
So I think that topic came up before, and you said you didn't like Black Flag. I just thought you had your reasons. I didn't know that was the reason.
It's because I mean, look, I don't hate pirates.
It's your trigger.
It's no. I just think that like seafaring pirate ship boat, let's go get some treasure, and we're gonna be anti-heroes but kind of heroes, and oh look, there's Johnny Depp. It's kind of boring. It's just boring to me. I'm like, yay, you guys are on the water still, and you're still on the water, and 3 days later you're still on the water. All right.
Yeah.
You go get some treasure, and you're gonna swashbuckle on a pirate deck, and then it doesn't do it for me.
I love the little jig you just did.
That's what you know exactly what I was doing. They're like,
yep. It's the drunken fighting.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Ford's backstory is very piratey.
Yes. And as soon as they took the boat, I was like, they're gonna do pirates.
They take the boat a couple times, but it's not. I don't think the pirate theme runs heavy throughout.
Okay, well, that's cool. I mean, because even like the other characters, like, so are we pirates now? We weren't trying to be pirates, but I guess we're pirates now.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, I would like to get past this arc.
They do. They do.
Anyway, so I've been doing that, and then
that's why I don't bring up Sea of Thieves, by the way. This is why I don't bring up Sea of Thieves, by the way.
You can play, like, it's okay if you like pirates. My mom loves Pirates of the Caribbean. It's fine. Like, I don't have a problem with pirates. It's just kind of boring to me. This thing is boring. I'm not interested. I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm sorry. Man. If I offended somebody out there that loves pirates. You
offended every pirate.
That's more pirate stuff for you to have. Anyway, so I'm on Critical Role, and then playing wise, I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 because I'm leveling up 2 characters at the same time. Because why not? What is life anymore? So I've been doing that. I'm leveling up a paladin and a machinist at the same time.
Yikes.
Well, my paladin's not a high enough level to do all the dailies, so I needed to do something with them. So my machinist was like almost 70. So I figured I would just run my dailies with my machinist until my tank catches up. And then in between that, because I don't, always play Final Fantasy 14 because there's nothing for me to do in story wise other than get gear and level up characters. I started playing Final Fantasy VIII, the remastered version, and I learned early on that in the remastered version, you can essentially turn on God mode.
Yep.
Where like you can't die.
It's the same for 7.
And you have your limit breaks.
Yep.
All the time.
Any of the Final Fantasy remasters of the old games, they have, you can just turn on. Yeah, I just want to insta kill everything.
But here's the thing, and go ahead, Christian.
I was just gonna ask, is that available in remake?
No, remaster. So it's like the OG game, like the pixely game.
No. I was following you. I was just asking for clarification if that was also available in the remake.
No. Absolutely not.
So yeah, there's that. I've been doing that, and then, but here's the thing: you think you want like God tier mode, like I want to just go in and wreck everything, but like once you know that like that's always there, it makes the game kind of boring.
That's why I didn't finish 7 when I was replaying it.
Yeah, and I was just kind of like, I don't want to play this anymore because it kind of took the challenge out of playing it again. So I stopped playing that. And just before I got on streamer now, I started playing Mafia.
Oh yeah, I think I saw you playing that earlier.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying it. It's not quite what I thought it was going to be.
It didn't age well.
Huh?
It didn't age well.
I mean, it's the remaster, so like it's very pretty, and it's
the remaster of the first one is amazing. Yeah, I loved it.
Like it's the remaster, remake, whatever they called it.
Remake.
Yeah, it's very beautiful and it's very pretty and it runs very well. But I thought it was going to be more like GTA-esque, where you can like free roam and like see everything and then like mark places on your map. It's very much like you go do this mission and then you do the next mission.
Yeah, it's a story game.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna finish it because like I played it all day, so I'm like almost halfway through it because I don't think it's very long.
It's not
almost halfway through it, and I only put like 8 to 10 hours in it. So it's good for what it is, but we'll see. I don't know about Mafia 2 or 3. I know you didn't like 3 too much, Cody.
Mafia 2 did not age well.
Oh, really?
It did not age well at all. It still looks okay. Like it is remastered and they did like up the textures a little bit, but like it didn't age well. And Mafia 3, it wasn't my favorite game.
Yeah. So I might just play Mafia 1 and be like, that's the end of this for me. Because I was kind of looking for like a more open world GTA kind of game. And I was like, oh, Mafia, it probably sounds like that. It has a big open sprawling city. And I started playing it and I was like, this isn't ever gonna let me just explore, is it?
Nope.
So
I will say the franchise kind of just goes downhill, like what he was saying. Like 1's the best, 2 was still pretty good, and then I played a bit of 3 and it was not good.
Okay, well then I might just stop after 1 then. So thanks for letting me know. But yeah, other than Critical Role 14 and Mafia with a little Salt Bay sprinkle of Final Fantasy 8 in there, I haven't really done much else. So that's would probably wrap up our EXP grind. Moving on into the next thing, we're just gonna call this trailers because there's a bunch of trailers to talk about. So we'll start with Gamescom because there's a whole bunch of like new gaming trailers and new DLC kind of trailer things that like dropped. I did not personally get to see any of Gamescom, but I know that Steven posted a bunch on social media and you guys have been sharing it in our text group and whatnot. So I just want to ask you, like, what's the big thing you guys are excited for coming out of Gamescom?
I'd say, like, if I had to choose like 3, just because there's a lot, it'd probably be, I don't want to say like just new stuff, because like I saw like a trailer for Jurassic World Evolution 2, which very excited for that game.
Comes out on my birthday. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that'd be a good birthday present.
Yep.
That one, and then I shared this game that I can never remember the name of it. The Pokemon looking one that's made by the
Devo or something like that.
Devo 5.
Maybe it is like Devo or something.
I think it's Devo. Yeah, I have such mixed feelings about that game.
I think it looks awesome.
It looks like it's fun.
It does look fun. I will give it fun. But to me, it looks like it is a child's game.
It's Doke V or Doke 5.
I think I've been pronouncing it as like Dokev or something.
Doka, okay.
So like hear an actual pronunciation of it.
Yeah.
That I don't know. That looks really good to me. And then the new Marvel game, Midnight Suns, is probably the third thing that interests me the most from that.
What's Midnight Suns again?
It's supposed to be a tactical RPG made by the same team that made the XCOM games, and from what I've heard, the main character is like a character you customize yourself, and you can like build relationships with fellow Marvel characters, and like I'm assuming like, hey, reach rank 5, you unlocked this move or this ability for this character. But I don't know. Just looking forward to it. Tactical games I feel like don't come around very often, and with Fire Emblem kind of being like the big one out there, it's nice to just see something else.
True. True. Cody, you just actually shared something. What was it? The Cult of the Lamb?
Cult of the Lamb. Yeah. I don't know why it looks like creepy, evil, like Stardew. I don't, with animals. Like I really don't. I don't know. It's like cute but evil at the same time. Like I don't know. It's very weird.
It gave me. You go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it gave me like Binding of Isaac vibes.
I can kind of see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll check that. I'll see what it's like when it comes out, but I don't know if I'll get it. Yeah. The Decov or whatever game, like it looks visually speaking, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, I think it's actually the same team that made Black Desert from what I saw.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
That game looks gorgeous.
Yeah. My thing is like, if the characters are children and it's not clear if they are, it's very weird. Because
I believe no, you keep going.
Well, there's a portion of that trailer where like the player character like does this thing to change outfits and then is in like shorts.
Yeah. And like thigh highs and stuff.
And I was like, if these are kids, this is super not okay.
Or Lucas.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's like magical girl transformation or something.
Yeah, I don't.
Or
I don't
like
know.
a Shazam type thing where it's a kid and it gets big from transforming or something.
Yeah, if this is a game where you play as like a 9-year-old wearing thigh highs and short shorts, I'm a pass. I'm a pass real fast. No thanks. The concept looks really cool. Other than the fact that it looks like Lalafell's playing Pokemon. And if you don't play 14 or Final Fantasy, I don't know what to tell you.
They're little potato people.
Little potato people. Yeah, I need clarification on whether or not you're an adult or if you're playing as a child, and that's gonna be my decision. Because as of right now, it looks very sus. And if it's made by the Black Desert, then it's a Korean game, I guess.
I think so.
Okay.
Korean developer.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I don't have an Xbox. I'm not gonna lie. Halo looked cool. But I've always enjoyed the franchise. I haven't followed the franchise hard, but I played the mainline games on my PC, or at the time if I had an Xbox.
Yeah, so Halo Infinite got a hardcore release date of December 8th, right?
Yeah, it got a for sure release date. I know the multiplayer I think is going to be free, whether you own the game or not. Sort of like Warzone, I guess. I did like the gameplay they showed off of, speaking of Call of Duty, of Vanguard. That looked
that's
pretty cool.
It's the new Call of Duty, yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that we're getting back into putting a story into the games as opposed to.
Is it Battlefield that's 2042? Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah, and they're both coming out like a month apart, so that's great.
That makes sense.
I think they're like a couple weeks apart. Really?
I think they're right at a month. I think Battlefield 2042 is towards the beginning of October.
I thought it was at the end.
Is it?
I don't know. I thought it was at the end. I could be super wrong. Yeah, the gameplay looked really cool. I don't know if they showed off any Forza stuff. I've always enjoyed Forza.
You are correct. It's October 22nd.
Yep. Yeah, they're like a couple weeks apart. I wish they showed off more of Elden Ring. That's the Souls game. In case you're not aware, it's a Souls game, Souls-like game, but it's written by George R.R. Martin.
Oh, that's cool.
They unveiled like a 15-minute preview thing of it, right?
I don't know if they did. I didn't see it if they did. But if I'm correct, it's being made by Amazon.
That I don't know either.
So I'm excited for that. What about you, Christian? Anything pop out of Gamescom for you?
Besides what everyone's already been talking about, the one thing that I saw that I was kind of like, huh, and it was about a franchise that I've never really cared about anyway. It was Saints Row getting a reboot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Saints Row. I forgot about that.
I forgot about that too.
And so I was just like, huh, this seems kind of like a weird choice. But it was one of those games where for years and years and years, I was like, this seems like a cross between GTA and like Borderlands and like a couple other games.
That's fair.
I think at its core, like at the beginning, it tried to rival GTA, and then it kind of stemmed away from that, and then it did just really weird out there things and like out there DLC, like that Bats Out of Hell DLC or something that came out a few years back.
It's all perfection, and I can't wait for the game to come out. To be honest with you, I can't believe I forgot about it.
What's the direction of the new reboot? Is it more just like?
I think they're just rebooting it, but like I think the premise of it being ridiculous is still the theme.
I think they're going to try and stick around the Saints Row the third style, which that's the first one of those games I played, and I was like, this game's great.
Yeah.
Forget GTA.
Yeah.
And then GTA 5 came out, or GTA 5. I was like, never mind.
Yeah. I think if you get, I think it's like the $100 version of it. It comes with a completely remastered version of Saints Row the third.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I love Saints Row because it is GTA, but
even crazier.
Even crazier.
Yeah.
And way funnier. Because you can have your character voices by Nolan North, and you can be the president, and it's really stupid. Like it's it's so good.
So, do you think that since Rockstar likes to take their sweet time with their games, that Saints Row might be able to bounce back and take over some of their audience? Since they're really wanting a new...
Unfortunately, and I don't mean to offend anyone because I've bought in Skyrim like 6 times. But to be honest with you, the people that love the GTA games are going to buy the next GTA game. Because,
I'll buy GTA 6. I don't know what it's about.
And it has nothing to do, like Saints Row will never topple that world. I mean, literally, Bethesda's releasing Skyrim again, and GTA is releasing GTA 5.
Didn't Skyrim come out
again?
2013, 2012.
Yeah, it's released like 6 or 7 times now.
Yeah,
and GTA 5 is released like 4 times now, and it's coming out again in November. Sorry.
Of course.
I think it might just be the online and maybe a PS5 visual upgrade. But yeah, it's going to be a while before we ever see GTA 6. I think we're more likely to get a remake of Red Dead Redemption.
Really?
Before we ever get GTA 6.
Wish they would do a remake of Bully, because I've played it for like 20 minutes, and I was like, this seems like it could be cool, but I don't want to play this old game.
Yeah, I would say that it's unlikely just given the culture climate, but honestly GTA doesn't fit into the culture climate, so it's possible.
Yeah, the one other thing I was excited to see was a little bit more in depth on Deathloop, the game published by Arcane Studios.
I still can't make
kind of published by Bethesda Softworks. It got pushed back. It was supposed to be released in May, June of this year, and got pushed to I think August, and now it has a September 14th deadline or release date, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we'll see. It's another kind of like roguelite, yeah.
I think,
in a way,
yeah.
It's still one of those where, like, you have I think 7 or 8 mini bosses, and the whole idea behind the game is to perform the perfect day where you kill all of them in a single day time frame, and then you beat the game.
It feels like Groundhog Day meets Doom, or something.
What an awesome concept, personally.
I mean, like, I bounce back and forth on this game so much. Like, I've hovered over pre-order like 6 times, and I just don't know.
I see it on the store all the time. I'm always like, I would probably get in like this game, maybe, and then I don't ever pre-order.
So, in all honesty, the one thing that's really driven me against it is because I've convinced myself times that I would like this game. But what's really going to irritate me is if I spend money on this and then I fall in love with the game, I know in my soul that I will never play a sequel because Bethesda probably won't release it on PlayStation.
Yeah,
I doubt it anyway.
Well, now that because they're controlled by their Microsoft overlords now, so it's unlikely to happen.
No. I'll also say another game I just thought of was Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker
Oh yeah, we
Saga.
finally heard something about that in a year. It's been a year since we heard something.
Should be coming out in spring next year. So I know they released a new trailer for that. So
yeah, I'm still getting it on the Switch.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, and this is so stupid, but this is how much of a Star Wars nerd I am.
Kind of a good reason though.
The Steelbook for any console is Han Solo and Carbonite. Okay.
Yeah.
But all of the console cases are square, and that's not what Carbonite looks like. But the Switch case is a rectangle, so it looks right.
It's very aesthetically pleasing for sure.
So I'm getting it for the Switch for that sole reason.
Hey, whatever reason you need. All right. Well, moving on to like the big trailer. After it was intentionally and unintentionally leaked, and then despite them saying that they weren't going to have a Spider-Man trailer,
Kevin Feige did say that they were going to have one. People just ignored him.
Oh, well.
Nobody listens to Kevin Feige, but he was like, he did an interview and he was like, yeah, we're totally going to have one. We're just waiting for it to be ready.
Nobody listens to a lot of people.
Is that how his last name is pronounced?
Feige? Yeah.
Wow.
You think it was Feige?
I don't know what it was, but I wasn't expecting that. It's like when I heard Joaquin Phoenix's name, I was like, "What?" It's like,
excuse me, what did you just say to me?
Joe Quinn?
That's not
where is he walking?
Joe Queen Phoenix?
Phoenix.
Kevin Feige?
Yeah, well, okay. Well, they released the Spider-Man trailer, and it probably would have been on Shang-Chi, which opens like next weekend, if it hadn't been quote unquote leaked.
Yeah. Whether
you think the leak was like intentional or unintentional, I've heard people be like, if there's a leak, it obviously came from inside, but like whatever. So yeah, there was a lot to unpack in this trailer. First of all, the multiverse is confirmed in the MCU.
Well, I mean, it was confirmed. I think it looks like
they're trying to say that like it wasn't necessarily Loki's fault.
No,
or Spider-Man's fault.
So I think it was Loki's fault. But I think what happened was it all happened at the same time and interfered with what they were doing, and then the fact that like Peter is like, well, can you do this and can you do this, while he's casting the spell and he loses concentration. I feel like it was just like the right elements were there, and because Loki happened, it put just that last little bit that was needed to cause everything to go haywire.
Yeah.
So I think it was still Loki's fault. And it probably would have had consequences, but because Loki happened, it's probably like way worse.
Yeah. Well, essentially in the trailer, Spider-Man wants everyone to forget that he's Spider-Man, because at the end of the last one, Mysterio kind of was like, hey, Peter Parker's Spider-Man. And like there's been some good and the bad. We'll get in, kind of break it down here a little bit. And then he wants like certain people to remember, which I saw this meme that came out afterwards where there was just like, hey, maybe one of you guys shared, I can't remember, but it was just like, can certain people remember? And then Doctor Strange just goes, just tell them again. And then because you could literally just tell them again. Yeah. But anyway, he wants certain people to remember and then messes up Doctor Strange, which causes this whole rift in time. And then it gets like really psychedelic really quick with like the city like folding in on itself, and then Doctor Strange produces like 8 trains at one point, and
so to talk on that real quick. I guess it's been a long time, and I didn't realize it at the time when I was reading all the comments. And people were like, "Wow, they really broke reality," and I was like, "Did y'all not watch Doctor Strange?"
Yeah,
because I guess it's been a long time. But that's the Mirrorverse. That's like the funky like parallel universe that they can occupy.
I know he can do crazy stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I mean, they literally, the end of Doctor Strange, they have a fight in the Mirrorverse.
Yeah,
and that's what that is. It's him chasing Peter because. I
didn't say that it was,
Oh no, I know. I'm clarifying it for anyone listening because all the comments were like, "I can't believe like whoa, like New York's like sinking and stuff," and I was like, "Did you not see the movie?
Who flushed New York? Who did it?
who flushed it?" But yeah, I've been paying attention to all the like little leaks and stuff here and there, even though I probably shouldn't, but there's so much. Yeah,
well, in the trailer, there's certain things like, first of all, so at the beginning, like, he's in some legal trouble, obviously, because they think he killed Mysterio, and then there's a scene where like where the lawyer throws down a whole bunch of papers.
Matt Murdock.
That was Matt Murdock.
100%.
Because I hope it's Matt Murdock.
That's Matt Murdock. That is
obviously you don't see his face, but
that's 100% Matt Murdock.
It has the body structure of Charlie Cox.
It's also like the iconic, like lawyer suit that he has on anytime that he's lawyering.
Yeah. What were you saying, Steven?
I don't know.
Okay, I thought you were just trying to. You're good, man. And then. So they confirmed that, like, well, they didn't really confirm. You hear and see one of the Green Goblin like little pumpkin bombs.
Kind of yeah.
So
okay,
you hear Defoe's laugh.
Yeah, you hear Defoe's laugh, and you see the pumpkin bomb explode.
If it's not Defoe, I'm gonna walk out of the theater. Like,
I think they've confirmed it already. I think he confirmed it.
I was like, I swear, if it's the dude from Amazing 2, I'm gonna be upset. But,
my god.
So some of the leaks that came out. So there's a scene in the trailer where Strange like does like the astral push and like pushes Peter
Spider-Man
out, out of his suit or whatever. Sort of like what happened to Hulk.
Yeah.
And Peter's holding like a box. And all the leaks from like months and months ago suggested that when everything goes wrong, Peter's in the sanctum and he finds the box and he hears Defoe talking to him and he tricks him into taking the box because Strange is like, he caught them, I guess, in that box, and it's the Sinister Six. So it's I guess Electro, the lizard dude from Amazing Spider-Man, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, I forget the sixth and the fifth.
Scorpion and Rhino?
Oh no, Sandman and maybe Rhino, yeah. But you do see Electro, you see Sandman. If you pause it and go crazy on the contrast like I did, you can see the lizard guy. And then of course Pumpkin Bomb and Doc Ock at the end.
Yeah, well, Doc Ock is shown. Alfred
Molina.
Molina, yeah. Is they show him, so he is in this movie.
So good.
They do not show any of the other Spider-Men / people. So there's no Tobey Maguire or...
They're in the movie.
Andrew Garfield.
Thank you. I drew a blank there. I was like, what's the other guy's name?
He's forgetful.
I'm calling it right now because there's no way they're not in the movie. I'm calling it that Toby gets the with great power comes great responsibility line in there.
I'm sure. If he's in it, I'm sure. Do you think, because there's one part where he's like running through, like, looks like a kitchen or like some sort of like open area.
I think it was the cafeteria.
Yeah. Does it look like he's wearing a black suit to you guys?
He is wearing a black suit.
I was like, this looks like a black suit. They're trying to like Venom here?
Nope. Or... It's a suit to fight Electro. So this is why I hate Sony and Marvel. They released toys for Spider-Man like 2 months ago.
really?
with the black suit. And it's like all digital and digitized like patterns and stuff on it, and it's like black with gold, and it's 100% Defied Electro. And then they showed it off in the trailer, and I was like, "Wow, y'all really gave that away 2 months ago."
Yeah.
And you're upset that like Tom Holland spoils things.
Maybe they're just like, we gotta put it out now so this kid doesn't spoil it.
Fully expecting a very heavy teaser at the end of Shang-Chi.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now that like they put out a full trailer, maybe. I mean, obviously, Spider-Man is the next official movie after Shang-Chi. No, Eternals is. Sorry.
Yeah, Eternals.
Eternals comes out in November.
Eternals takes place before, though, right? In the timeline?
Eternals takes place before like everything.
Well, I think it's before, during, and maybe after. I don't know.
The Eternals, so it's all of the above. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I know Shang-Chi is supposed to be taking place at the same time.
As what?
So I saw a lot of things like, so in the trailer, Wong like leaves through a portal after he tells Strange not to cast a spell.
Yeah.
And
it's taking place. Yeah. Because he goes and he fights.
He's fighting in the pit.
Abomination.
Yeah, he's fighting Abomination in the trailer for Shang-Chi.
Yeah. So Shang-Chi and Spider-Man take place at the same time.
It's like 1 + 2 = they happen at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't expect it to happen, but I really hope we see the Venom crossover.
I doubt we're gonna see anything until after Venom 2.
I could see them doing some sort of tease for it at least.
Yeah,
but
it's either gonna be in there or in what is it, Mobius or more. I forget.
Morbius.
No, I think it's Mobius.
But I don't know. I need Venom to have that white spider on him.
Yeah.
True. And another cool thing about the trailer that I noticed is that I guess not only Peter Parker has inherited some sort of Tony Starkness about him, because I'm pretty sure his suit just kind of melts onto him now, kind of like Tony's did.
It looked like he had I don't know if he did the like nanite surgery or whatever. He definitely had suit.
Yeah. I remember the Iron Spider suit kind of doing that when he first got it in Infinity War.
Did it? I couldn't remember.
It might just be something that we just can't see.
I was gonna say, I don't think they ever like fully did like the on-off like whole suit. I know they did the helmet or the headpiece.
The Iron Spider.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did the whole suit. It's when like the ship was taking off.
Oh, well, it went over his current suit. Yeah, and I totally it just gone.
Well, I didn't pick up on that, and I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Missed that completely.
Never mind. That's just something that we already know about.
I am glad we are seeing the Iron Spider suit again, because that was a good one.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get like 4 different suits in this movie. If the toys are to be believed, then we're going to get like a new regular suit. We're going to get an Iron Spider, a black suit, and I think there's a magic suit.
Maybe all the suits we've seen so far don't all have Tom Holland in them.
Maybe.
Maybe he's like, hey guys, have a suit.
Yeah.
Or maybe there are other versions of Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Maybe. There's one toy in particular that everyone's like itching to see something happen, and it's a Spider-Man suit, but it has like magical things happening on it, like Doctor Strange magic. Like he infuses a suit with some kind of magical abilities, and he's got magical spider webs and stuff like that. So
okay.
What I'm expecting is at the end of the movie, Tom Holland doesn't make it into his own timeline and just gets lost in the multiverse.
That would be
I'm
cool.
really hoping to see him in the next Into the Spider-Verse movie. That's something.
Cool. Yeah. I could see that. So like, I think Toby's gonna die.
Okay.
I think he's gonna get the great power comes great responsibility. I think we're actually going to learn something about Uncle Ben and Tom Holland's universe.
Okay.
And I hope to God that there is a line somewhere in that movie where either Andrew Garfield or Tom Holland look at Toby and his webs and go, "Is that coming out of you?" Since he's literally the only one that doesn't have like web shooters.
Yeah, he has like the web.
Like he has weird little thingies coming out of his fingers and. Bleh.
Yeah, I'm really hoping the whole train thing you see in the trailer is some sort of like connecting scene with the for the train part from the second Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I did think that too. I was like, this is kind of reminiscent of Spider-Man 2.
But yeah, Doc Ock just
it was so good.
Yeah, that was so good.
They did confirm that while I guess like the theory, because Alfred Molina just has been talking about his role like nonstop, and they can't stop him. Like he's
what
just
a
like,
champ.
Yeah, no, like literally, he's like,
you can't stop him.
I don't know. Like he's just like the old guy that's just happy and excited, and he's just talking about it. They're like, okay, but don't talk about it. He's like, okay, I won't. So anyway, but no, they were saying that he said that all the villains from the other movies were pulled out of their universe right before they died. So like they have like the knowledge that they were about to die. So what he said for his character, he was literally pulled out of his universe
as he was drowning,
as he was about to drown. And like Green Goblin was pulled out right before he was stabbed.
Oh, okay.
And so on.
But
so does he not have his like glider then?
So he probably does, but I think the idea is these are what if versions of their characters. Okay. These aren't the characters that we watched. They are what if versions of those characters. So something happened and they didn't die, but my guess is, to their knowledge, they think Spider-Man was about to kill them.
Yeah, I don't think I could see that for Green Goblin though, just because like he straight up got stabbed, like you see it.
That's what I'm saying.
The drowning one I can understand a little more because I mean, drown to the depths.
Yeah, but they could do literally anything where he gets sucked out right before the glider impacts, and then he's Norman Osborn, so I'm sure he could build a new glider.
If it was more of like he got sucked out and then was like brought back to life with like CPR or some sort of magic or something like that, I'd be like, I can believe that.
Yeah. So the other theory is resurrection, and that they all have memories of Spider-Man killing them. Which could be part of it. So who knows?
Well, with that segue, Cody, we should go in and talk about What If, which this week's episode was number 3. And it was What If the world lost its mightiest heroes. So in this episode explores the possibility of what if all the Avengers essentially just kind of got murdered. What would happen?
Yep, it was Marvel murder mystery.
Yeah, essentially. And it starts off with, I think it's Iron Man 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
where he's on the donut. And
Kurt's donut.
He has that poison in him or whatever, and Black Widow comes and administers the antitoxin or whatever, but instead he dies, and you never really know exactly how he dies. They
showed it.
Yeah, but like they show like him getting his like in the vaccine, but they don't really show like how he killed him.
I think it was just like he went in with the vaccine and then just tore up his insides.
Oh, well.
Like literally just like punched through his heart or something.
So yeah, and then from there it like they blame Black Widow, and obviously Nick Fury's like, I don't think you actually did it. You're gonna have to go solve this because I have to go and do Nick Fury things or whatever he does. And then Thor gets shot by Hawkeye, seemingly by accident, but not by accident, and then shortly thereafter gets murdered himself. So it really does become a murder mystery quite quickly. Unfortunately, murdering Thor does bring about the fury of Loki, who then brings the whole Asgardian army with him to try and conquer Earth. Speaking of, didn't Power Rangers turn like 30 years old or something recently? 20 years old. Yeah. So happy birthday to Power Rangers. Where was I? Oh, well, Loki shows up, and then the Hulk gets murdered, which he's not supposed to even be able to die.
Yeah, I want to say, like,
Gross.
you know, when you watch the show, you're like, all right, you know, animated. I mean, not that you like animated means kids, but you're like, all right, you know.
Yeah,
And
there's a little bit more cartoon feel to it. So
and then the Hulk thing happened. I'm like, holy moly!
Yeah, the Hulk explodes, and you don't see like chunks everywhere, but you see him explode violently.
Yeah, like
Ugh.
I was not expecting that. I don't know.
That was awful. That was awful.
And then let's see. And then from there, like Black Widow finds out like kind of sort of what's going on, but then she gets murdered. So she leaves a message for Nick Fury, and you think he's saying it's about the Hulk. It's about the Hulk because she says it really weird, and they try to make it seem like it's actually she's saying it's about Hope. It's about Hope, which I guess is Hank Pym's daughter's name, which I totally forgot. And then it turns out that in this universe, they sent Hope on a mission, and she died. And Hank Pym wants revenge, so he murders all the Avengers. And then at the end, Loki kind of like helps Nick Fury defeat Hank Pym, and then he takes over the world in a day. And then that was a really weird thing that he literally in a day was just like, yeah, no, I control you all now. So he finally got his divine, glorious purpose taken care of. But at the end, Nick Fury goes to find Captain America, who's not been in the whole entire show because he's still frozen in ice. And then Captain Marvel shows up, and that's the end of the episode. So what do you guys think about it?
I still like episode 2 the best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. Also, like, not to ruin the show, I know we talked about it last week, like Star-Lord being in a future episode with Ego or whatever.
Yeah.
But what's his name that voices Ego, that is Ego? Kurt Russell. He's only in one episode.
Oh.
So I guess they don't connect.
Maybe they're trying to do that for season 2 or something.
Yeah,
or they're just alluding it to something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the whole point of the show is just to make you have questions. Like at the end of this episode, you're like, okay, so what are they going to do? I guess that's just for our imagination.
Yeah, or maybe go read the comics.
Yeah,
because they're all based on comics.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Because apparently I was talking about this with people I work with, and they're like, I hope they do this one, or maybe this one, or maybe this one. I was like, where are you getting all these ideas from? They're like, the comics. That's what they're all based off of.
I know Chadwick Boseman did 3 episodes.
Okay.
So he'll show up 2 more times.
Well, in this one, it kind of ends on the cliff note of like, all right, well, they're going to, try to take over, take back the planet from Loki, who takes it over in a day. So.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to start saying my thoughts.
Yeah, go for it.
If you want to finish yours, okay. I mean, I like this episode. Definitely not as good as the second one, like you said. It's nice that it was like its own story again. When Black Widow mentions Hope, I actually was like, is this that character from the second Ant-Man movie that was like the bad guy at first and then turns into like a good character, Ghost or whatever her name was?
Right.
Because I just couldn't remember.
No, I'm pretty sure that that's his actual daughter's name.
Yeah. But and then when it actually turned out to be Ant-Man killing everybody, I was like, that's kind of disappointing.
I wasn't expecting it. I will say the swerve was nice because I would not have pinpointed Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't expecting it.
All the, hints are there in plain sight, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I mean, it was cool seeing him in the Ant-Man outfit and whatnot, but I don't know. For me, at least, I don't know what I was expecting, but just it being Ant-Man was disappointing.
Yeah. I will say that, like, for somebody that, murdered all the Avengers, Loki kind of took him out relatively easily.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a Norse god.
That's another thing. Like, I love at the end that, Loki's like, hey, I'm the ruler now. And then Nick Fury's like just talking and is like, everything's fine.
Also, to Thor was human when he died.
That's right. He didn't have his powers.
He didn't have his powers.
Speaking of, I loved all the hair comments about Thor.
I was about to bring up, that's what I was about to say, was why was Coulson so weird?
I thought he was the dude that was behind it all, honestly.
I did too. For a little bit, I was like, he's so weird, and for some reason.
Here's my question, and I didn't even think about this until right now. So, like, he has this weird man crush on, or crush, whatever you want to call it, on Thor, right? And then, like, Black Widow's like, I need your password. And he's like, it's hashtag Steve, I heart Steve.
Yeah.
0704. But at the end of the episode, like, Steve Rogers is still on ice.
I'd just be a big Captain America fan.
Yeah, I think he was just a big Captain America fan. He was a big Cap fan in the Avengers.
Yeah, because he had like the trading cards and stuff. And
I guess. I was just like, how can he have that as his password if he's not on ice? But I guess
he's just
still kind of did.
What'd you think, Christian?
Kind of same thing what you guys were saying. I honestly thought it was on par with episode 2. Episode 1 was definitely my least favorite. Still, the plot line, and as far as what they did with the story, I think 2 was definitely better. But I kind of thought it was interesting that they played around a little bit more with what was already an established plot, to kind of, with a lot of characters. My biggest grievance about it is how they kill everybody off. And like they play up all these, Earth's mightiest heroes to be like ultra powerful and like super in the know of like, hey, that's not right. And for like all of them to just start dropping dead and none of them be like, we should probably like figure this out.
Yeah.
Well,
but
I mean, Fury was trying to figure it out. I mean, it made sense the way they all died. Also, I do like that they did that tie-in of the Hulk movie and our current Hulk.
Yes, I do like the fact that they replaced the other Hulk with Mark Ruffalo.
I was like, that's kind of funny. Yeah. I was a little disappointed Abomination wasn't there, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I am kind of a little off topic, but I've always preferred how the Hulk himself looked in the Incredible Hulk rather than like how he looks now.
I agree.
Like the one with Edward Norton, I think the Hulk looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, the Hulk definitely looks very much like Mark Ruffalo in the movies. It's just super buff green Mark Ruffalo, which I guess that's what the Hulk is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
But it is a little weird at first.
He looks so good in that second movie.
I could be wrong because it's been so long since I've seen the original Avengers. Did he look like Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It was. I actually think it was like, I think they did a better job of like adapting his face to kind of make it look more natural. But I think in the very first Avengers movie, which was Mark Ruffalo's first time as the Hulk, it really just looked like they put his head on the old Hulk body. Like I remember the first time I saw it, I was just kind of like,
yeah, I mean, it doesn't look awful, but it's just like comparing this one to like
used to it now too.
Yeah, so. But like comparing the Ruffalo Hulk to the Norton Hulk, and just the Norton one's got like he's you picture Hulk like I picture like big dude like veins popping out, like hair not all up and like down in your face, and I don't know. Yeah, that Norton Hulk's fantastic.
Also, on not total random side thing to Tim, really, because you guys don't watch Critical Role. In the first Avengers movie, Ashley Johnson is in that.
I know. Wait, she's in the second one.
It's the first one.
No, she's in the second one. It's the first one.
Yeah, she's in like the diner.
The waitress, right?
Yeah,
she's the waitress.
It's pretty great.
I actually didn't know that.
But anyway.
Well, anyone have any other final thoughts on What If?
No, looking forward to whatever the next one is.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's gonna be. I hope it's the zombie one. Or the Spider-Man one. I want to see both, really badly.
Yeah. So, well, on that note, thanks for listening. Please come back next week. And check
Wait. Do we want to tell them?
Oh, right. False finish, guys. So not next week.
No, not next. The week after.
All four of us, for the first time, and I think years.
Wow.
It's at least 2, but probably 3.
Wedding. Probably since Christian's wedding, yeah.
Yeah.
All four of us will be in the same room at the same time because we're all gonna go hang out at the beach together for a little bit. So we're gonna film a special episode of the podcast where you'll actually be able to see us. I don't quite know how we're gonna do that yet. I'm assuming Cody's figuring that out.
I mean, it's probably just gonna be an iPhone but I'm just
however we're
real
doing
honest.
it. However we're doing it. And the reason why you're gonna be able to see us is because Cody spent some monies and got all the sauces from Hot Ones, which if you haven't seen Hot Ones, first of all, you should go watch it because it's pretty funny. But essentially it's an interview that's being had while people are eating spicy wings.
It's a show with hot questions and even hotter wings.
Yeah, that's the tagline.
Vice versa. I don't.
Yeah,
I think you got it right. Yeah,
I think you got it right. So Cody bought all the sauces
for season 15.
Yeah, so for season 15.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's 10 sauces. It's 10 sauces. They change every season.
And we decided that we're gonna do the podcast in 2 weeks' time, doing the Hot Ones challenge, which is essentially 10 wings, 10 sauces, and each time we go up, and we'll see how far each one of us gets. I'm not gonna force anyone to do all 10, although that is
I am.
I'm do all 10. I'm gonna try to do all 10. But
what's the topic?
I'm hosting that episode, so I'm still putting that together. I don't quite know how I want to structure it yet. If I want to do it in sort of a Hot Ones fashion where we just kind of go through like 10 questions.
Yeah.
I think we will still talk about what if, but
whatever we're going to talk about, we should talk about before we start doing the challenge.
I kind of feel like we should talk about it after. I feel like that's going to make it funnier.
Okay, sure. Okay.
It's just going to get more and more painful. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to structure it yet, but we'll see. Either way, it's going to be hilarious.
Don't know what don't know what that episode is going to be rated because I don't.
Yes,
I will put it. I will say this now because I'm the one that.
Keep in mind.
Yeah, I'm the one that edits these. Okay, so typically when we started this, we have tried and pretty successfully kept to a PG-13 rating, if you will. This episode will be a little different.
Yeah.
It will be heavily censored. But again, I'm the one editing and I work. So if the episode comes out late or if I miss a few, I'm sorry.
We'll probably do another disclaimer before we do that episode.
Yeah. I feel like 90% of the episode is just going to be beeps.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, I know you're trying to edit it because I know there's a lot of people, like including our parents, that like try to listen to these, and this was another reason why we want to keep it. We
don't want grandparents hearing us just go off the rails.
I already know my parents know that I curse, but they don't need to hear how bad it is. That episode, though, you might get to the point where you're just like, I don't know if I can edit this.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get as many as I can. So that's why I said that episode might come out late. There might be a little gap where that episode comes out. So we'll see.
I'm going to try to be good, though. I'm going to try to be good. I'll try to be good while
I can't.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I think I'll be good until we get to around like sauce 7.
Yeah.
Because
just starting the episode, I'm just gonna already be off. Sauces won't even enter the equation.
Well, like I know,
smell it and be like, nope.
I know I can't really speak for anyone in particular, but I just know, like for me, I know that Christian can handle spice pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about the same as I can because we ate the whatever special wings that B-Dubs had for Game of Thrones. You did have one of those.
Well. Yeah,
they were like they were rough, but we handled it.
Like those sauce lists you sent, I feel all the way up until like the bomb.
Yeah,
I was like, I can probably do all this no problem. But after the bomb, it gets rough real fast.
Well, yeah, the bomb is like third from last, and then I think it's like the scorpion heat or something ridiculous, and then the last one is the last dab, which.
It's 2 million Scovilles.
It's 2 million Scovilles. So to put it in perspective for everybody, in case we haven't talked about this, Frank's Red Hot is somewhere around 500. And I think the first one, the classic, is sitting at like 20,000. So this is going to be spicy. But just watching this show, okay, I feel confident that I think at least me and Christian can make it to 10. I do.
We'll see.
I feel like I have to make it to 10.
Don't. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this out here. Let's not go to the hospital if we're not feeling it.
No. Well, we're going to the hospital and we're going to keep recording, and we're going to finish in the hospital. No. I'm going to try and make the 10.
Stomach ulcers trying to make it all the way through.
I know that we're probably going to have like a few gallons of milk for them. I can't have milk. I'll have something.
Have a burning butt. That's what you're going to have.
Probably. We're doing this the first night we get to the beach so that the car rides home aren't horrible. And we're gonna do it in like the afternoon so that hopefully by the time we go to sleep it's not.
I don't have terrible acid reflux that's like keeping me up all night.
Yeah, we'll have a nice like neutral dinner.
Gonna eat some ice cream and bread, just bread. I'm just gonna have bread and ice cream. That's all I'm having for dinner.
Have milk to go with it.
Yeah, bread, ice cream.
A literal ice cream sandwich.
Yes, that's all I'm gonna have. I'm gonna take 2 loaves of bread and just smack some vanilla ice cream. Yeah. I don't know why I agreed to do this, but I mean, I'm excited to do it because I've always kind of.
I think it's gonna be fun.
I've always wanted. I mean, people do this all the time. They don't go to the hospital.
Yeah. I'm excited, but I'm not looking forward to it.
I expect tears to be shed.
Or anything when you bought them, did you?
No, because it's not like that. Like. Okay. I truly think that it's going to be doable because I've had the atomic wings at B-Dubs and Quaker Steak. And you literally had to like sign a waiver to have them. But at least 3 of us have had, I guess it's like above Blazing when the Game of Thrones did their special wings. And those were spicy.
Yeah, that was the correct noise to make.
So
I'm curious what those would have been rated on the Scoville.
But yeah, I'll post a picture of all the sauces that we're gonna be consuming.
Watch some hot ones so you can understand what this is. I mean, I'm sure we'll explain what it is when we're doing it.
Yeah.
I was trying to find it real quick, but the blazing sauce is apparently 300,000.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
So
I've had the blazing sauce and been okay.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I've had the blazing sauce and
look, it's as long as we stick to some very strict guidelines on how we eat these wings, I think we'll be okay. Right?
I'm scared.
So we got to be very careful not to slather our lips. as awkward as that sounded, but you know what I mean. Like you don't want to cover your face in sauce. And don't touch your eyes.
Can I do like boneless wings? I can use a fork.
Yeah, if you want to do boneless wings, you can. I'm doing traditional because it's less meat.
I just want to do a boneless wing because like then I don't have to worry about like my hands and then touching my face.
It's not a bad point, actually.
That's not a bad point. I can't have breaded wings, so I'm going traditional regardless.
Okay.
We could also, in theory, just get some like vinyl gloves or something.
We might want to continue planning this out.
No. This is the good stuff. We could get hazmat suits with just little openings.
Oh my God.
Out, Tim.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to all that rambling and everything we talked about today. Please come back and join us next week. I forget all the outro stuff that we're supposed to say. Go to the website, somekindoferentertainment.net. We don't update it, but it's there.
That felt like a shot at me.
It's 12:30 at night, man. I don't know what I'm saying.
It's too late. That's all right. Roll with it. This is the episode now.
For those of you, we did say it was late. We had to record this one a little bit late, so we're all a bit tired.
Yeah.
Anyway, go to the website. It's not a shot at Cody. He's busy, but it's there. There is stuff there that we do. Look at it.
Yeah, we'll have a profile for Steven on there at some point soon.
Yeah. We're gonna do that too. Yeah. Look at him like, oh, this is cool. These guys are awesome. We should come back and listen to them talk more about stuff. And anyway, then come back next week, and then definitely make sure you tune in for the following week for the spicy one, the hot ones. We can't call it hot ones because that's a trademark thing.
Yeah, we'll figure something out for it.
For the spicy butt challenge.
Toasty twos.
That's what it's called. It's called the Toasty Twos.
Like the Toasty Twos. Oh man. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. I'm done talking. So bye guys.
See ya.
See ya.